Well, I am amped and excited and delighted to introduce you to the habit installation protocol. So you know so well the genius is not about genetics, genius is not about natural talent. Genius is a lot more about your rituals, your habits, and your routines. And so you're about to learn the habit installation protocol. This is a deconstruction or a model that I have built based on my 20 years of working with professional athletes, billionaires, titans of industries, the best of the best. And I've learned how they built habits, and I've also studied the science of habit installation, things like, the 66-day protocol. It takes 66 days of practice on a new skill or a new habit before it becomes automatic. And that's why a lot of people, they don't really get traction on their new habits or their new skills or their new routines because they don't stay with it long enough. You're also going to learn the brain tattoo even more deeply, which is all change is hard at first, and it's messy in the middle, and it's gorgeous at the end. You're also going to learn the 3 stages of habit installation. So what it's going to do is, as you make the changes you want to make, you're going to understand why it's hard at first. You're going to understand why you might be confused in the middle and feel like giving up. And then you're going to understand the reward if you stay with it for 66 days until you wire it in as an automatic new way of being. So I think you're going to really love it, and it's really going to help you stay with the process of your transformation and bringing on your fire and your A game, so we get you to a life that truly makes history.
Okay, so this is a model, it's a key model, and I promised to share it with you, and it's the habit installation protocol based on a lot of the research of University College London. And let's turn all our cell phones off. Okay, let's make a commitment today. Let's turn all cell phones off today. So, habit installation protocol, this is a model that will walk you through exactly how to wire in a new habit, routine, and ritual. Because today is all about what? It's all about tactics and implementation. You have this in your optimization manual, and I'm going to go to my visualizer, please. The research has found this. It takes 66 days to wire in a new habit. So this is your starting point. How many of you have all these new habits you want to wire in as a result of, everyone in the room? So let's say you're at ground zero right here. Please know that it takes 66 days before you wire in the new neural pathway of a new habit. And as you now know, all change is hard at first, it's messy in the middle, and it's beautiful at the end. As you now know, if it wasn't difficult, it wouldn't be real change. As you now know, after 66 days, it will be easier to do the new habit than not to do the new habit. I'm going to repeat that again because it's so important. After 66 days, the 8 core rituals I'm going to walk you through, it will be easier to do those new things than not to do those new things. That's what a habit is. A habit goes through 3 stages. So this is the 3 stages of habit installation. Stage number 1. So that you can, it's almost the first 20 days, destruction. What are you doing? You're recoding the neural pathways of your brain. You're recoding your emotional architecture. You're reinventing new ways of being. It's destruction. Some of the great mystics say the whole process of your ascent to your best self is a series of little deaths. How many people, when you're going through a dramatic time of change, it feels like death? Show of hands. Here's why. The old part of you is dying. Here's why. The old part of you is experiencing a death. Death of your old belief, death of your limitations, death of your old emotions, death of your old limitations. Destruction. It will feel like death because an old part of you has just died. Is that good or is that bad? Fantastic. Will it be easy? No. Why? You're destroying your past self. Next 20 days. Confusion, because all change is hard at first and it's messy in the middle. Society says to you, if you're confused, there's something wrong. I'm suggesting to you, if you're confused, you're growing. Chaos is nothing more than your next level of world class coming to get you. Chaos is nothing other than your next level of world class coming to get you. Embrace the messiness, for there your expansion lives. First stage, first 20 days. 20 days. Destruction. I've shared a lot of the neurobiology behind it. Cortisol, the fear hormone, is pulsing through you. You feel like giving up. You think there's something wrong. Everything is right. Now with that awareness, you can make better choices. With better choices, you will see better. My 3-step success formula. 3-step success formula. Been so helpful to our clients. With better awareness, you will make better choices. Let me hear you say that, please. With better awareness, you'll make better. With better choices, what are you going to see? Now that you know, contrary to the culture and the programming of society, that actually the destruction is part of the new habit installation, you have a whole new level of what? With better awareness, you can now make better. Like what? Not giving up for the first 20 days. With better choices, what are you going to see? So now you have realized stage number 1 is destruction. It'll go on for 20 days. You just stay with the game. Angela Lee Duckworth, grit, resolve, relentlessness. Who's going to stay with the first stage for 20 days? Say, I will. Today I will. 20 days from now I will. 66 days from now I will. Stage number 2 is what? 20 days? Confusion. Embrace the messiness. It's supposed to be confusing. Nietzsche said it well. Chaos gives birth to dancing stars. How can you renovate a house without it being really messy in the house? It's messy because it's old foundations being torn down so new and better ones can be installed. Think of it like a house renovation. This is your interior house. You're dismantling the old foundations and structures. There's going to be noise. There's going to be complexity. There's going to be confusion. There's nothing wrong. There is everything right. Are you with me? And then the final stage, integration. 3 stages of habit formation and installation. Destruction, 20 days. Confusion, 20 days. Integration, 20 days. The new rhythms are getting installed. The new recodes, because neural pathways and brain cells that fire together, wire together. It's all being integrated now. The myelin sheath, the fatty tissue, is starting to form around the new neural pathway. It's getting easier. After 66 days, you have reached what the researchers call automaticity. Automaticity, where the new ritual, the new habit becomes automatic. That's the way a new habit works. If you stay with it for 66 days. And it now becomes easier to do the new routine than not to do the new routine. Every single one of you in this room has the capability, the capacity, the talent, the intelligence, the grit, the ability to wire in all your new habits. You just don't stay with it long enough. Now here's the thing. Everyone says, oh, Kobe and Djokovic and Mandela and the great chess players and the great NBA stars and the great entrepreneurs, they have more willpower than we do. Key point. The secret of iconic performance is not willpower. The secret of iconic performance is the installation of the right habits. They literally have practiced and installed the right habits so many times they cannot not do the habit. So they use, this is the real key. It's only in these 66 days of habit installation that you have to use willpower. After that, it's automatic. Are you with me? Does that make sense? After the 66 days, you've installed it to the point of automaticity. You do not need any more willpower. This is one of the great secrets of iconic performers. And after 66 days, they then take the willpower that they use to install the new habit and put it to their next routine and their ritual. So as you'll see on my model, after you have reached what I call the automaticity point, willpower is freed up for the next ritual. This is the secret of game changers. Their entire performance lives are a series of habit installations. So these are my 3 stages of habit installation: destruction, confusion, integration. 66 days. It's hard at first because, as you'll see in the model, it's like the space shuttle. Here, I call it the space shuttle metaphor. Did you know that the space shuttle uses more fuel in its first 60 seconds after leaving the Earth than it does during its entire circumference around the world? Why? It's overcoming the forces of gravity. Those first 66 days, moving through those 3 stages, you are overcoming what I call escape velocity. That's why it's so hard. After 66 days, you're out into orbit.